Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. This is Ambient Landscapes, also known as Atlanta, and tonight we're going to do step 3 of the picnic page in Bunnies and Dragons, and we're working on the bushes. I knew I should have gotten a drink of water, but I wanted to take advantage of the calm and just get this done. I'm using Ohuhu marker number G040 light jade green gray from that's the old numbers, and I'm gonna be adding some shadows after with V20 270. Oh my gosh, see, my brain's not as bad as it was last night because it's not as late. I learned that it is not a good idea to make videos when it's time for me to be winding down, so I won't be doing that again. I still have a bit of brain power left. I work as an after-school teacher, so by this time of night, I'm charging my watch. Let's see, what time is it? 7:51. Yeah, it's pretty much downtime for me, but I thought I'd share this process. My daughter's home and she's in her room. She may interrupt, and if that's the case, I will stop. So I'll say again, as I said last night, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing this page for an Instagram hashtag, and I'm using Amanda Colors palette challenge for April, and it's using Sarah Renae Clark's color card number 655. This will be my third page in this series. I try to do my artwork in series. It's something I've been doing since I've been a child, and literally this is how my brain thing works. Some of you may find this funny. So the Instagram grid on the iPhone is 3 across. Also, my kitten Momo is in the background. I hear her bell jangling, so hopefully she'll let me do this. So it looks like this dragon is walking on some dirt there. Maybe this is the meadow. He's carrying a basket of crystals. That's cute. Yeah, I don't know what this spot is right here. So I am using I will look up what this lap desk is so I can tell you all next time. And eventually I'll start putting links in the video description. Right now I'm just doing everything on my phone because, well, as you all know, video editing takes time. It sounds like my cat. What are you doing, Momo? Oh, she's playing with the balcony sliding blinds. I'm not going to worry about that. There's quail outside and they're calling. They'd make the sound. And of course that gets Momo's attention. Okay, so it looks like we have a flower here. I'll have to worry about that later. You know, it's funny, for all my strong opinions about not liking cute and cozy, what does this coloring book say? Magical Kingdoms Cozy Coloring. So I think I just don't like cute and cozy when it doesn't have an artist on it. Because let me show you something else. Actually, before I finish this, I'll show you the other page I'm working on. maybe I'll just do that page next time. I'm working on a page in Cute Coloring by Jess Volinsky. It's a pocket-sized coloring book for M Beans. One color challenge. This month it is gray. And yeah, so I think I just don't like the cute and cozy trends, you know, those coloring books made on cheap paper. This paper is not cheap. It's single-sided, and I have a blotter sheet. It does come through, but I probably like the paper in this book, which is one reason why I'm coloring my second page in it. So what else can I share? So I have to be mindful of what I say, because I was talking to a friend this morning about this. Like, I'm often misunderstood, and I learned I learned from one of my jobs that as the communicator, it's my job, no pun intended, to make sure I'm understood. So I was talking to my friend this morning, and he said to me, I mean, I've heard this in many different ways, but once you release something, like, it's no longer yours. I think if he was saying, like, once you give something away, you can't take it back. And so I'm aware of that, like with my words. So I have to, it's not so much my words. I guess I have to think about why I'm saying what I'm saying. So I can say that I've been on YouTube since 2012, January 24th, 2012, I believe, is when I created this channel. My life was a lot different back then. Okay, so how do I put this in perspective? I can't say I waited too long to start making videos, because that's just what happened. But I think to anyone who's watching my videos that isn't making videos, I can just say from my own personal experience that, well, I guess I can only speak for myself. Like, as a creator, I need to have my own safe space, my own channel where I can say what I want and I won't offend anyone or step on any toes. I mean, that's really kind of what I was getting at last night. You know, my channel is a safe space. I can say what I want here. I don't have to worry about offending anyone. What's going on here? Okay, that's the basket with that. And I don't know what's going on there, but I'll get to it. So yeah. So now I'm going to add some shadow with the V270 again. And then, of course, I'll go in and soften it with pencils. So this is a limited palette. I only am using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pens and 12 pencils. It's 5 colors, so that's why I'm using these colors. I love limited palette challenges. Yeah. I do have a page in Coloring Jess's Romantic Country collab, which I'm gonna do more realistically, and I plan to start on that very soon because the deadline is April 30th and I want to get mine done before the reminder email goes out. So I actually circled on my calendar in the kitchen, you know, when I needed to get it done by before I get a reminder email. And I picked the page that has baked good and pastries in it, and so I'm going to use one of Helen Elliston's color special effects books. She has one where she shows you how to color pastries, and so that, of course, will be realistic. And then when I do something like that, I use a color wheel. So once I put in the realistic effects, then in order to fill out the page, I'll use a color wheel to pick the colors. Yes, that's how I color. I probably should be drawing or painting, but I'm choosing to color because it's easier for me. You know, I'm a perfectionist. I'm a perfectionist about my line work. I'm a perfectionist about my painting. So right now I'm just being a perfectionist about my coloring, and that keeps it manageable. What else do I want to share? Well, I guess get to know me. I like listening to podcasts like scary stories. I also like listening to books. One of the books I'm listening to right now is Absolution by Jeff Vandermeer. It's the conclusion of the Southern Reach trilogy. Some of you may have seen the movie Annihilation, which was the first book. But I've also been listening to podcasts on Spotify, like Just Creepy. I found a new one called Midwest Crypt and Horror Anthology. Like, I like that stuff. Yeah. So adding these shadows, you know, you always want to, one of the first colorists that I learned from was Pamela's Passion for Pencils. And she always talked about like where to place the shadows, you know, behind objects, where objects overlap. Most of you probably knows these things, but you know, I created a lot of playlists, and I watch beginners playlists. Like, I'm not a beginner, but sometimes I like simplicity, the way things are explained. I think doing this video is probably good for me because it keeps me from overdoing it. You know, it also kind of is a good indicator of how much time each step takes. Obviously, alcohol markers are very different than colored pencils. You can't apply pressure. You can't do washes like with watercolor. What changes the alcohol marker is the layers. That's how you get it to be darker or lighter. All right. So next we're going to do, I'm going to soften the, I'm going to soften all of this with my Polychromos Cold Gray 231. I know a lot of colorists tend to speed up coloring with a pencil. So I might just call it at 15 minutes because this is a lot of pencil to go over. And I like to be methodical. I could have stopped at the top, started at the top left, but I did not. I just started at the bushes there. I'm going to have to figure out what to do with those butterflies, but I will not worry about that right now. I can worry about that later. Do I have my glove? So I have this kind of glove. Nope, that's not it. I have yeah, here we go. So this is something I bought when I was a barista that, actually I might have bought this for painting. Oops, sorry about that. Yeah, because see, the way the angle this is, so I know I need to get an overhead setup. I have an OT light here, but I can't put my phone on top of that, so I'm gonna look for a camera that allows me to have my camera so it's facing straight down. I'll just show you. I'll take this off and then I'll call it a night. I'll show you. So the effect that I would like to have would be like that. Obviously, I need to get a different setup. I am going to have some title page and all that. I need to do that through Canva, so it's one step at a time. So I will call it a wrap there. We're on step 3, and I will be back next time to keep going on step 4. Thanks for watching.